Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and before we do continue, I do have something to say. Now, I did not mention this in the last part, but my friend Blaze from the Blessed Heroes, he actually did help me out with that bit. He helped me figure out what I wanted to do to summon the characters here in the roster. And, well, I forgot to thank him for giving me some ideas. Now, with that being said, going forwards, I will be saying this. I'm going to be trying to make this series very violent and a lot darker. So, you guys have seen me go a bit differently from the course that I have for my usual series. And right now, I'm going to, derail the series a bit more. Now, with that being said, this is a warning. You guys can jump off at any time, because if I do certain things, I'll give a warning before the episode. Now then, with that being said, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things have happened. Deku, he has Mina in the hospital, and he has Momo being turned into a Nomu. Now, Deku, he tortured Mina mentally. They went to go see her, and Mina, she was helplessly watching Deku in the room. She's aware as to what he could do. And right now, the only thing stopping him is himself. His own restraint. The way he suddenly flips and turns differently. And she watched Deku walk out that door with Jiro alone. Now, there actually is things over with Momo and Denki. The two are being turned into Nomu. And Momo, she is going to make a debut. Now, with that being said, a few days do begin to go by. And Deku, he does try to at least plan a few things out. Yue is still trying to save their students, the ones they think are still alive. Now, the police are trying to track back the mailing address, or even find records indicating what happened to Kirishima's body. They're not too sure what to even say. They got him piece by piece, framed practically. And that says quite a bit. Because if you're able to put those pieces together, you can see the spots where he got his body chopped off. Now, that's a bit tricky though. Because the evidence, what do you do with it? It's already encased in something. Do you put it in cold storage or on a shelf? They're not too sure what to do with that. Now, with all that out of the way, Deku, he currently does have a lot of things planned. He wants to make them see, make them watch. And as Deku was waiting, trying to plan things out, something popped up. Ida. His brother was hunting Stain, and unfortunately, yesterday, his brother ended up in the hospital, being crippled by the hero killer. Isn't that a shame? Now, Deku, he has heard Ida's thoughts, and he's actually been impressed. Ida wants to hunt down Stain, and that does say something quite a bit. And Deku, he has had a thought. Stain does seem like a good asset. Somebody who is no nonsense, can hunt down heroes, be on par with them. Stain is a good asset, but then there's also Ida. Let's see. When it does come down to potential, Ida does have a good hero name behind him to turn into villainy. But then again, the repertoire of Stain, the skill, the combatant, all of it, it does say quite a bit. So, there is another idea forming for Deku. Now, with that, we do currently have Deku, who he does put on a mask, and right now he does have a few things go through his mind. He needs to make sure it's perfect. Nothing out of step. Nothing out of place. And right now Deku just stand there. as Toga, she actually is asking him a question about what's going to be happening with Momo. And right now, Deku does going to turn and look towards her, as Momo does stand there, silently looking down at the ground. And Deku does going to bring his hand up and tell Momo to come here. Now, Momo actually we're going to move forwards, and Deku does watch her. As Momo does stand directly in front of him, Deku does tell Toga, Momo is an asset. She is a Nomu. In fact, she was programmed to be very loyal. Deku bringing his hand up, and actually grabbing Momo by her chin. And Deku, he actually just turn her to look directly towards Toga. And Toga does actually turn and stare at Momo. And Deku does tell Momo, exactly why is she loyal? Why does she stay here? Why doesn't she run away with her tail between her legs? Now, Momo does stay silent, and Deku would tell her, answer the question. To which Momo would open her mouth. She would tell Toga, there is no pain. There is only, well, loyalty. There is no hurt. It goes away. And Toga does stare at Momo. As Deku, he actually has someone go to wave her away. Now, Momo will go to move. And Deku, he does look at her before telling her. She does need to work on her quirks. So, make sure to do that. And Momo will go to nod. Now, Deku does turn back to Toga, informing her. Momo is a pawn. A better pawn. So, that's why she's here. Ochako is another pawn. Somebody else on the table he can move. Right now, however, there's Ida. Ida, he is going to need to be moved up in priority, because he was not going to let a chance like this slip him by. And she needs to understand, it's rare for something like this to be so goddamn easy. Right now, though, his plan will not be interrupted. Deku will actually bring his hand out and telling Toga, as he does actually grab her by the face, if she does interrupt him again, if she does question him again, him actually leaning forwards, and going to actually whisper into Toga's ear, there may be consequences. Now, Toga does actually somewhat let out a bit of a giddy smile, and right now she actually does tell Izuku that if there are consequences, what will they be? Now, Deku actually does go to back away, letting go of Toga, telling her, if she finds out, she may not like them. Now, Deku, he does go to Doki turn away, telling Toga, she does need to understand, everything he does, it has a purpose. He has a few things planned out. People are predictable. And that's why he doesn't like things being questioned. To him, he already does know, and she doesn't need to know. That's how his plans do work. She trusts him, and he makes the plans. Now, Toga is kind of confused, and she actually asks the question, why can't she help? To which Deku does pause, telling her, she can't. He just wants her to have all the fun she can. He leaves planning to him. Now, Toga, she does understand. And right now, Deku is going to walk out the room. As right now, we do actually have where a few people, they're currently talking. And right now, the person with a microphone, they actually do walk around, expressing. Right now, this spot here, it is quite important. It is the home of many things. And right now, the art pieces here tonight at the exhibit, they are quite intriguing. They are quite, well, rare. In fact, heroes are here tonight. And right now, what they are going to do is sweep the perimeter for villains and make sure that anyone who does try to steal from the exhibit, they are caught. Now, a portal is open, and Deku does walk through it. As right now Deku, he does stand there in a finely dressed suit. And he does actually have a mask covering his face. However, a few people, they do stare at him. They look at him, and, well, his mask, it looks so bizarre. I mean, he's wearing makeup on his face, and then there's this. What is that? Now, Deku currently does walk around, and right now, a lot of people do stare directly at him. However, they're a bit more horrified, especially whenever the security guard does come running up. Him drawing his weapon, as the moment he does, he is immediately pounced on by Momo. Now, Deku, he does watch that, as right now he does start to summon a few little crawling critters. Now, a lot of people are caught off guard. In Heroes, yeah, the moment chaos does ensue, there actually is where a lot of people, they do try to get away. And right now the heroes, they actually are watching. As there actually is, let's just say, Todoroki, or well, Fuyumi. She was watching a few things about the art exhibit, and the moment she saw a villain pounce on a security guard, there actually was Todoroki. He was called in because of a hero attack at a museum. And whenever he ran in, and he actually did see exactly what was going on the TV, he actually stopped and froze. As right now, there actually is with a security guard, he's taken down. And right now there is a man who just come walking up directly to the camera. Him actually bringing up a gun and firing a bullet directly into the cameraman. Him grabbing it as he actually does turn and bring his hand up. And the news reporter does get a stop. Now, Deku does tell her to come back over here, to which she does turn around and stare directly at Deku. And Deku does bring his hand up, informing her he wanted an audience. He wants someone to, well, act out exactly what is going on here tonight. He is making a debut with the League of Villains. Now, the reporter is taken aback. He's here with the League of Villains? Now, Deku would inform her. That's correct. In fact, he's here tonight to also show off a few of the things that the heroes, they have all failed to do. A few things the heroes, they have been powerless to stop. And well, as proof, Deku actually bringing his hand out and going to whistle for his pet. Now, the woman does turn her head, and right now she actually does watch as Momo, who did lunge at a few of the heroes who came running up, she slashed at them with claws. And she actually did go to bring up a tail, and Doki's trying to strangle one pro. Now, Momo, when she heard Deku call for her, she actually turned, and she actually scurried over on all fours. And the woman just watched. The way she's moving, she's agile. Is that a feline quirk? Now, she actually did come up, and the moment Deku he had his hand out, Momo actually reached for it. And Deku, he told her that that is very good, turning back to the person, informing her, this used to be Momo Yaoyorozu. And the woman just stared directly at Deku, surprised, shocked even. And Deku does tell her, he's very sorry. He knows exactly the museum's rules on animals. He would have brought her on a leash, but then again, that would have been something that the heroes could have grabbed. Now, the woman does stare directly at Deku, very disturbed, very just taken aback. And Deku does tell her that that's not very nice. You're saying that you turned her into a monster? A monster? No, no, no. I made a few alterations. Mentally, she is still the same. Aren't you, Momo? Now, Momo would look up. And right now, she does actually look at the person. And they do stare at Momo, as she actually is going to open her mouth and express. She listens because the pain doesn't happen. He stops it. There is nothing. No more hurt. No pain. Her actually grabbing onto Deku. And right now, whenever Deku does bring his hand up, he does pat her on the head, telling her to let go of his leg. Now, Momo will go to do so, and Deku, he actually does go to jerky turn and tell her, attack. Now, Momo without hesitation turns and leaps towards a few heroes. As right now they were staring at Deku, they were trying to understand what the hell he was doing. He's giving a interview on television. What the hell is wrong with this villain? Now, Deku does currently stand there, and no one would try to ask, is he willing to give comment on anything else that's happened? Deku turning towards her. What do you mean? I mean the current situation. You claim you're with the League of Villains, but exactly why are you doing all this? Why are you causing so much problems? I mean, who even are you? Me. Well, I'm still trying to come up with my name. I know it's a bit childish at the moment, but I'm getting stuck on one. I do really like it, but I'm curious. How about the Renegade? The Renegade? So, does that mean that you're a former pro? Hmm? What? You're a renegade. So what does that mean? Is this some sort of stick? Is this some sort of... Deku actually bring up with the gun and blasting her center mass in the chest. Now, Deku to walk over, picking up the mic and actually going to grab towards the camera, expressing to all of them. To those who want to ask these types of questions, don't. They ruin the fun. Now, watch. Now, Todoroki, he's very disgusted. He's watching Momo Yaoyorozu, the same Momo who a month ago was sitting in class with him and talking. Now, Todoroki actually does have to excuse himself after watching Momo bite into the throat of a pro. Now, Deku, he actually does get a bit bored, and whenever a bigger time hero does come, Deku does go to retreat. Now, a lot of things are currently happening. The next day at UA, people lay into them. Right now, they only have ideas as to what happened to 3 fucking students. Mina, she is very obviously in the hospital. Another student, apparently, they've been altered in a way, physically, and they're under the control of this fucking renegade tool asshole. And then there's Kirishima, chopped up, encased in glass, and sent to his fucking family. The families of everyone. What is going on with this villain? Will UA answer them? Will UA even try to help? They say they're trying to save their children, but how do they know they aren't either dead or turned into the same type of creature Momo's become? Because they saw Momo, and she did not look like that the last time they saw her. She didn't look like some animal like that. Now, Nezu, he actually is very alarmed. And right now there is a few things happening. However, we do actually have Deku. Deku, he's rolled it back and forth in his head, over and over. There is Stain or Ida. Stain or Ida. Which piece could be the best? Which one would work the best? Then again, if Deku does... he can give Ida the tools to take down Stain, the ability to, or he could take Stain for himself. Make him another servant. A mindless killing machine. Another Nomu, perhaps. That is something that he could do. But honestly, making Ida a gnome would also do better. He can give Ida his revenge, but also take control of him. Make a deal and give Ida what he wants. Okay. He could do that. But right now he's also curious. His idea with Ida and Stain is already good. What he could do there, what he could take from one of them. Maybe make a deal and find an even ground. Get Ida his revenge, and get another toy to play with. But Jiro. Jiro also is another one. She seems to be very aware. She knows some of his powers. But then again, she apologized for that freakout. Okay. She knows that he's innocent, but at the same time, she lashed out because of her own emotions. He hit a nerve. Interesting. Jiro cares about Momo. That means that broadcast at the museum, it definitely will mess with her. That could be his chance. He'll find a way to take down Jiro. It could be simple. A simple set of pliers and an unsuspecting victim. Or could he do something better? More grand? Make it more of a show. That would be a good idea. Bring in Momo. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.